The redeemed pastor that was installed as a king back in September has been told to vacate that seat. Guys, welcome to this channel. And I know this might sound somehow, but a court has ruled that the Redeemed Christian Church of God pastor Afolabi Olaoye, who was installed as the son of Ogbomoso back in September of 2023, a very highly contested seat, might I add. They've said that his selection process and his election was wrong, so they nullified it and they said no selection should be done. And Nigerians are saying this looks like some sort of truth, but the thing is, they did nullify this election because of the redeemed pastor. They nullified the election because the selection process was flawed after he was sued by a Kabir Olaoye, who was also contesting to be king. But Nigerians are saying RCCGs, like these days, things are not going in your favor because you are in the news for something that is not the most soothing. Remember that a few months ago, they still called out the Redeemed Christian Church of God, saying that they should look into how they select pastors because their pastors are beginning to put their hands in things that are not so pastorish. From a pastor being arrested for, taking part of people's kidney, a doctor pastor arrested for taking people's body parts when he operates on them, to people saying that the son of Ogbomoso should not be a redeemed pastor. Like, why is a redeemed pastor coming to say that he heard from God that his destiny is to be a pastor? And they are saying, what happened to this prophecy that this man said? Because if your destiny is indeed to be a king, rather I said to be a pastor, if your destiny is indeed to be a king and you heard from God like you mentioned, because Afolabi Olaoye justified him contested, buying the form, going for interviews and basically contesting for the kingship, he justified it by saying he heard from God on the 2nd of January 2022 because the previous son died back in December of 2021. So it's been a long time coming. The seat has been vacant for a very long time until the 8th of September when he was installed king after the governor of Oyo State, Governor Seyi Makinde, approved him on the 2nd of September. Now, he said he heard from God on the 2nd of January 2022, telling him that you were born for this. I'm quoting what he said. He said, the next thing I heard clearly, you were born for this. This is the reason for your birth. That's what I heard. Of course, that's not what I was expecting, but let me tell you, this is what I heard, and I am 10 over 10. That was what Afolabi Olaoye said back then. Now, Nigerians are now questioning that, saying, guy, are you sure you heard right? Or is it because you did not fast and pray like Pastor Adeboye told you? If you are wondering what Pastor Adeboye is doing in this situation, that's because this man, Afolabi Olaoye, said that when the whole thing came open and he knew that it was his own family, the ruling house, like his family, the Laoye family, that is to what's the word now, to produce the next king of Ogbomoso kingdom. He further went ahead to reveal that when he heard that, they wanted to include his name because it's the Laoye, like I mentioned, the Laoye family becoming the next king, producing the next king, he was not interested. He said he was not interested. He just wanted to focus on being a businessman. He was not even in Nigeria. Yes, he was based in Washington, D.C. at the time. So he was not interested in becoming king, but that he spoke with Enoch Adeboye, the General Overseer for the Redeemed Christian Church of God, and Enoch Adeboye advised him to pray and fast concerning it because he said he told Enoch Adeboye that he was not even interested in becoming king. And Enoch Adeboye said, you need to fast and pray about things like this. You just don't make that decision, And he said he still did not take it seriously and he did not fast and pray. Not until, like I mentioned, he heard from God saying that that's what he is supposed to be. It is his destiny and he should not fight it. And that was when he now committed. That was why what he said was not, that was not what he was expecting to hear from God, but that he heard that, so he stopped fighting it and he just resigned and said, okay, yeah, this is my fate, and he embraced it. So that's where he's coming from, saying he heard from God. He's sure that's him, and that's why Nigerians are like, are you sure? Is it because he did not fast and pray? Were you hungry when a lot of Nigerians are saying different things, and I'm just really curious to know what you think. But where it stands currently is that the court has ruled that the son of Ogbomoso Gandhi, Afolabi Olaoye, should vacate that seat. And some persons are like, see, this was highly contested. A lot of persons did not even want Afolabi Olaoye to become king, and that his father, that's Prince Olaoye, that's Afolabi Olaoye's own father, did contest back then to be king, but a lot of persons also did not support him, so he eventually did not become king. And they are saying Afolabi actually faced the same fate. So we are thinking, if indeed this is where he's supposed to be, maybe by some miraculous thing he is going to be reinstalled, but I don't know, I'm not sure. This one that the court said that a new selection process should take place, are we saying now that he is still eligible to contest? Because there were 23 contestants, and he bought the form. He was number 13 on the list. He bought the form, held different interviews at the town hall before he was appointed. So it's like, is he also still going to be eligible to contest again? And is the seat going to be, definitely they said it should be nullified. So is it, all the rituals, because that was what a lot of persons actually had issues with when it was initially installed, with the old ritual he had to go through. He had to perform the rituals, and he even declaring that he was going to embrace all three religions. Not all, we have so many religions, but he said he's going to embrace the three major religions we have in Nigeria: Islam, Christianity, and traditional worship. So he said he was going to embrace everything, and Nigerians were really like, how are you, a pastor, saying that is what you want to be doing with your time and your life and your being? Come on, guy, you should do better than that. So that's like the situation. So while a lot of Nigerians, or people that I think, so is he still going to be in the selection process, and all the rituals that he had to go through, like that I just mentioned, that people were not supportive of? The true people that are actually like religious who are redeemed bias, I don't know how to put it, for lack of a better word. How is it going to go now? The rituals that has been done for him to enable him ascend that throne, can it be reverted? Or if a new king is installed, is that person also going to have to go through the same process? And because when he was appointed and when he was sure that he was going to be the king, his church in the US that he pastors released him. They anointed him for that role. So is he going to come back now to being pastor in church? I'm really curious, and if you know how this thing works, you can let me know in the comment section. I will be waiting for you there, guys. But yeah, that's the summary. Redeemed pastor cannot be king. The court has ruled and nullified the selection of Afolabi Olaoye, which was highly contentious in the first place. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and take care of your subscribe. Yes, click on the bell icon to be notified when we have new updates for you. Like this video, share with family and friends. In the comment section, keep it brief, keep it cautious. All right, guys, bye.